If they can clear them out, if they can go all the way and get their first victory under their belt. That's exciting. It's great to see the fans getting behind the underdog here in the scenario. But let's see if they can clear them out, if they can go all the way and get their first victory under their belt.
Matt, we see Team Karma starting on that CT side. They're going for a 4B hold on the first round on this pistol.
Wow, CT aggression coming right out, and it's actually being held at the moment, but only by EMUHLEET. So eventually trades are there, but because of that banana push, they immediately try to adapt. They push down the part of the map that's currently very much uncontested, but perhaps they overextend a little, get a bit caught in between a CT sandwich. And how to take things a little bit slower. Where did those two CTs go into? And I love this positioning of Rain. She's hearing those footsteps, and all that information is on that CT side.
Yeah, choosing trigger discipline is going to not work out in her favor as well. She's going to be able to connect those shots. They have retrieved that bomb that they did leave down towards those steps, but it's all down to Olya now in this 1v2 situation. The kit is available, and well, there's already been done chip damage onto the remaining players of Cherry Bomb.
Olya has that smoke, has the kit, has now also made contact. That would certainly cause that timer to tick. Trying to use this mode, not necessarily on the bomb, try to separate and make it individual duels. That is maybe the way you want to play it, but the setup is just too good. And Cherry Bombs, they do take that pistol home.
Yeah, it got a little bit shaky towards the middle with the, like you said, the two CTs had been split from that bomb, and then Team Karma were just sort of in the middle, but they were able to retrieve it, get that kill, and then take it into that 2v1 post plant and close it out. This is something I'm kind of worried about from the side of Karma, is they're not shy. They're not shy at all to get into the faces of their opponents, push down and take aggro peaks. And I just hope that it doesn't translate into sort of over peaking towards these rifle rounds that we're going to be seeing in the next couple.
Bombs take it very, very slow. Want to make sure they're not going to be running into a rush, for example. And well, easy clearing out. Just trying to slowly sneak up. EMUHLEET here. Just with a deagle. But she's definitely in a good spot. Has a supportive flashbang right behind from bottom mid. Needs to be a bit careful. Those pistols would love to get a bit of extra damage dealt. Now that certainly will be the case, but at the same time, they only have a deagle.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're now pivoting over towards B. They're going to be able to get that bomb plant down. Yeah, it's only a deagle retrieve for bungee from getting that kill onto EMUHLEET. But all the information has been given there, so that was a great rotation from Cherry Bombs to be able to just quickly take that B site. Just a little bit of a cleanup on these kills now. There's not too much to be worried about in regards to the pistols of Team Karma coming in. But Rain's going to be doing a lot of damage going onto site, but it's the Max 10 that's going to be farming up some extra money.
I mean, in all fairness, you know, if they were to delay a little bit further, it could have gotten scary regarding bomber radius, of course, on Inferno. But in this case, they get away with it. Mostly nice and clean. And Team Karma, a couple of extra kills, bit of extra cash in the bank. So the first rifles will come on out.
We also have the AWP online already for Swan. Be nice to see some impactful entry kills towards top mid. It's looking like she's going to be going for the peak. Not going to be finding anyone.
Love this out of Team Karma. That immediate deep banana smoke trying to deny control and spacing for the T's. And immediately they're stalled. They have very little control. Just EMUHLEET once again on sort of a lurk in the initial plan of trying to go for B. It gets denied again, a re-smoke. They will now try to disrespect it, flash right through. There is a trade initially, but so does Shelby find one. And that now will activate EMUHLEET, trying to get a kill right back. It's making a bit of noise, but yeah, they're a bit worried and trying to just stall her even further. The bomb will make its way onto the site. But still a shot here for Team Karma to try and go for the retake.
Yeah, it stalled Ellie so much as well over towards that A-bomb site that the retake is going to be coming in delayed if it's even going to be attempted. Swan holding the angle with the operator orb, but is getting smoked off.
Oh, nice attempt. And I think in a round like this, everyone lost their life already. You might as well just try and go for this, try to go for extra damage. But now 3 rounds in a row, Cherry Bombs looking, well, thus far, very solid.
Yeah, I love the re-aggression towards Banana. Yes, you mentioned the re-smoke coming in from Team Karma, but the flash was absolutely perfect, getting that entry kill and while doubling it, and well, basically led to an open B site. And then with Drafty's position over towards A, was able to hold Ellie back for so long. And it's just the information that there is maximum 2 people over towards that B bomb site. Gonna be a full eco though for Team Karma in this round. Couple of upgraded pistols, but nothing too much that Cherry Bomb should be worried about. They are still giving the respect and making sure there's no sort of mad eco rush down mid. Just doing the due diligence again with this 4 banana setup and then just leaving Giraffe over towards the A bomb site.
Giraffe once again. I mean, we keep seeing a bit of a repeat, but perhaps that bomb is on the way back. Maybe depending on what Giraffe can do here, trying to bait out a couple of shots. Does have supportive utility behind, but the swing is quite good. And the initial flash, they did prevent it. Hello, EMUHLEET. That's 2 kills, of course. Now the bomb will go straight the other way. But a nice extra bit of damage, and AK now recovered. Definitely, well, yeah, that's a nice pickup.
Yeah, really nice double kill coming in from it. EMUHLEET there. Makes this retake a lot more doable. No kits, they're going to have to get the Rosie on, but Chelsea's going to stop Ellie in the track, but Rain gets that trade. Still holding the man advantage.
At this point, these pistols just try to get weapons away, try to get them to die. It would be nice if they can get the orb away, but Swan says no. 5 kills for her thus far. Definitely on a roll. And Team Karma, yet again, another investment coming right up. But we have to try and see if they can now start to break the momentum of Cherry Bombs a bit.
Yeah, definitely. And, well, there's a tactical timeout coming in from Cherry Bombs just to get a handle on what they're wanting to do. I like the fact that even though they're on that 4-0 up, that they're still taking the initiative to take that timeout to make sure they are all ready and have the sort of game plan that they want to be going on. But I have no complaints. They've been playing really nice, even though they were lost Draftley last round towards brackets. The immediate sort of turn on tail and then head towards B has been working great for them, especially in the mid to late rounding.
I'm already a fan. You know, the fact that they call a timeout this early, and also after they, on paper, they look to be doing fine. But if they want to pull off a certain strategy or something, it is good to take your time and make sure it's going to be nice and clean. And you're going to be executing, knowing exactly what can wait on the other side. And I love seeing this because often, especially with newer teams, this is something that we sort of, on the casting side of things, we're sort of begging for teams to call a timeout. And now the initiative is there, the plans are there, and it's like they're ready here with their strap book in hand to take down, quite some big names on the flip side.
Yeah, absolutely. But it does seem the bomb is going to be going towards A this time. Or at least for now. There's a lot of presence towards top banana. And EMUHLEET on that orb is just going to be rotating back and forth. Not too sure where she wants to be posting up right now, but the flash comes out. A little bit of chip damage done, but information given to Olya.
Player has been noted. Smoke will come to try and account for the position of bungee. Has to move forward, but that's actually so well done. They counter flash it. And there's even more fire here to continue the delay. Perhaps split them up a bit. And once again, great flashes. 2 kills now to follow it up with Team Karma. This defense is a much more like it. And now you have Swan, who is just sort of holding the back. And Giraffe is still on the lurk. Maybe still something possible, but the time, of course, also ticking low. And with that kill, not quite going the way of Cherry Bombs. Just have to call it a save.
What a lovely sight hold from the side of Team Karma. Lovely flashes, the usual combination with the swings on point, and it's that sort of team play that I wouldn't have necessarily expected from the side of Cherry Bombs, which they've shown us in the first 4 rounds. And now it was kind of Team Karma's turn to have that sort of pop-off round for the team play.
Important factor here for Team Karma, though, is to try and convert rounds. Because, you know, very typical of Inferno is how economy can really, well, sort of come to creep up on you when it's not quite on par. So it's really important to try and win rounds in a row, get that money on your side of things. Because, you know, on the flip side, Cherry Bombs are actually, econ-wise, looking a bit rough on the fact that they just lost a single round. They definitely made it costly with pistols, but immediate answers are there. Auti here with the opening, and they are not looking to stop.
Oh, the flashes are perfect for the side of Cherry Bombs here. Still one player in sight. Player's going to be able to get one. Bungee coming up from help from behind, but it's the pistol of Swan that gets the 3rd kill.
And she does try to immediately put pressure on the side. I think she heard the burning. She knows someone is at least tucked in somewhere. Now Rain is wrapping from short, but Bungee peeks right before. They can't quite get the timing right. And this is rough. Team Karma not being able to get that conversion. Now, there is money on the back of, you know, there's still some reserves that of the fact that they lost 4 rounds in a row. Oh, and they might even try and... Well, I want to say go for a hunt, but maybe just try and exit. Oh, and it gets very costly right now here for Cherry Bombs. Actually, all of them die. That is very rough because, once again, economy not too great yet. And actually, it's probably just Swan who can actually fall by here.
Yeah, and the AWP picked up as well. So that's going to get dropped over to EMUHLEET. And yeah, like you said, the economy for Cherry Bombs, even though they're 5-1 up, even though they won the last round, is not looking good. And it's going to be something that they're going to have to get under control. Otherwise, it could be the end of the momentum, just poorly managed economy. But I just want to say the entry kills towards long, the flash, and then the really nice crisp shot onto EMUHLEET on that AWP. Very nice entry.
And I love the confidence as well on the side of Cherry Bombs. You know, as soon as that entry does come through, they're like, okay, let's make a move. And that is probably our, well, strongest suit. To try and overwhelm, try to catch them off guard, trying to reposition. And it worked out really nicely. Now, Team Karma might want to get ahead of this conversation. They left Banana open, but there is a gap in the smoke perhaps to work with. On the flip side, Ellie noted a bit of contact, but we have been seeing Giraffe lurk time and time again towards A, so surely it should be predicted. And now this is where things get tricky. Only a single player up on A. There's a rotation on the way. And actually, Cherry Bombs, they stole a bit. And this now gets dicey. The lurker does get a kill. And that now singles Ellie completely out on A. Yes, she does find contact. But it's a very scary position for her to be in.
Oh. Yeah, and what a shot. It just feels like EMUHLEET is just attracting bullets with that AWP in hand. But Chelsea's going to be attracting bullets to the opposition's head onto Team Karma. Now it's a 1v4. A lot of damage done onto Giraffe. They on that. Oh. Where it's going to be Giraffe coming out on top. Doesn't matter your HP if you can connect that bullet. And that's exactly what she does. Up to a 6-1 lead now, Cherry Bombs. Showing us why this is a map pick.
Oh, yeah. This is actually looking very, very solid. And I love the spacing that they took in the last round. It could have gone a little bit dicey if Team Karma did win the aim duels. Because in that case, you have a lot of players sort of split up and all across the map, not always being able to trade one another. But it looks like they're confident, and especially the AK swings coming out, it is very crisp. Let's see if they can do it again. Not quite. Double setup here in apartments. So the control this time is theirs, but once again, I do feel that the default of cherry bombs is very I would say stale. So like it's very one-sided, and we keep seeing the same thing. You know, 4-man, they just try and take banana. Draft League goes to local A.
I think that's the nice adaptation that we saw in this round itself. The fact that they've dealt with Giraffe so early on, knowing that she's going to be, well, isolated towards that A apartments position, but it doesn't matter when they're coming towards site. It's going to be Rain and Ollie taking up names and writing them down on who they're going to be taking out. Still doable. Shelby gets one onto Rain, gets that trade eventually. Looking for more and more kills. The smoke's going to be fading in CT soon. Ellie up on that boost.
Well, she does get away, but now you still have a Shelby here on the side. It's going to be making use of that smoke. Perhaps try to go the other way if they still want to give this one a look in. And very much still possible. 3v2. Yes, you are teched up. There's a very much of a lack of util. This player's already on the way. Maybe not. Oh, being just in time. They are going to be going for a peek, though, which is rough. Hoping that you're going to be winning that duel. Not quite the case. Now, Auti in a 1 versus 3. Not impossible, but it is certainly a rough one to be in. Just waiting for the tap. Oh, no, and there's a smoke. That is at least the first kill. Maybe she can line them up. No way this is happening, and now she's just trying to play time. On the flip side, there's no kit, by the way. And this is big, big trouble for Team Karma. Not quite the kill, but is there time?
I believe there is just about, but it's going to be cutting it all the way down to 5. But it does not. Not even going to go for it. EMUHLEET, it has to save. And what a round coming in to clutch that out. Auti with the 1v3. Yes, she only gets 2 kills, but the third is not needed when you can run down that clock. And it's 7-1 so far for Cherry Bombs. Sort of the underdogs in the sense of what we were expecting coming into this. And they've really just proved us wrong. Proving chat right, though, that they are going to be, well, taking the first part of this series by storm.
Oh, that was just so nice. That is for sure a play I would want to see over and over again. It was, first of all, highly impactful, but just reading them like a book, and every advantage was in the hands of Team Karma. Even before on the Cherry Bomb side, a teammate died. It was a 3v2, and they just, well, no pun intended, but they completely bombed it.
Yeah, this was, and I don't even think it was necessarily the whole over peaking or being too confident in those angels. We saw it come down to that 3v1, and they waited. You waited to regroup going onto that site, and it was just, well, excellently played by Auti there, being able to spam through the smoke, knowing exactly where it was planted, using the smoke to her advantage as well. Like it's going to be a fast A push this time. Changing up the pace a little bit. Fast bracket control is something that we've seen Giraffe League go for very slowly, looking through that apartment position, but they're just going to give it up.
We do have Giraffe League once again there, so maybe she can surprise a bit later on in the round. At the same time here, there are a good couple of openings, but now EMUHLEET might be in trouble. She does land another dink, but there is a lot of force to reckon with. And we do have rotations very quickly on the way. 2 players already there. And can they deal with the force that is to come their way? At least one picked up, but that was the play that was low. Now still 3 more to find.
And they know Giraffe is going to be coming up from this banana position, whether it's late, but she's going to be rejoining her team now. Bomb is going to be going down. Not much utility for the side of Team Karma in this retake. There's, well, there's 1 smoke available and 1 kit. 2 kits, sorry. Still going to have to clear out Auti and Charles on this side.
They have a very good position. They know there were 2 players, CT and 1 coffin, so all they have to do is just hold their angles, hold their ground. Auti, there we go. Deals with that one. Shells backs up. And it's well, I kind of want to say relatively easy, but you know, Team Karma sort of revealed the positionings with spraying through the smoke, and easily the Banana player could just help and support. And in this case, Afterplant was on lockdown, and Team Karma are really struggling to find a hole in this attacking side.
Yeah, well, they've already got 8 rounds on the board, and looking at the economy of Team Karma, this is the second tactical timeout they've used, and hopefully it's going to be a little bit more of a game plan going forward, which is something that I don't know if necessarily this is one of the weaker maps that we were talking about, possibly a weakened map pool for the side of Team Karma, since they are coming back from sort of a hiatus. Majority of these players, excusing Olia, have come back from, well, Baron, and to go back into Impact Season 4, having the maps up to speed is something that we've both been worried about. But maybe this is one of that they're kind of getting punished by from Cherry Bombs.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rush showing here. Team Karma, I would reckon that they should be having a read on what the default is currently of Cherry Bombs. Like, we were sort of questioning whether the default was sort of okay, because, you know, it is, well, pretty much the same almost every round. So surely it would be easy to try and counter it, try and shake it up, and sort of force them into different positions. And it happened one time, you know, with that double stacking apartment. Yeah, so that was really good, and it was a good sign of life. But then right after, they just, well, yeah, it's just not quite working out. Banana control, relatively easy, giving up, and it's like they got scared of trying to get a grip on the map.
It does look like they're going for a sort of a second change. Yes, they're on the full eco. They could. Oh, look at those! Hate stag. A lot of damage done onto Shells and onto Swan. Again, Giraffe is over towards that apartment position. Ellie has to be aware of it now. It's happened every single round. Yeah, after the nades, and now only seeing Ellie in such an advanced position, peeking into apartments. The pivot's coming through. The bomb should be going towards this A position once they clear out brackets. They have enough utility to do it, and, well, it's something that's lacking from the side of Team Karma, but what is lacking is Giraffe's head after that shot. What the hell?
Looks like they do want to still walk here into that stack. Oh, well, it definitely comes with a very big cost. 2 players, in fact, are quite low. This is trouble that is up ahead. Chels, yes, you do have an AK, my dear, but it is a tough one. Does land a tag up on Rain, and sort of trying to hide as best as she can. And is doing a damn good job at it. Now her teammate will actually come around the corner. Not even necessary. Rain will clear her out herself. And, well, surprisingly, out of all the rounds we could have had, this was the round that Team Karma picked up.
Okay, so through all reason of this, yes, out the window, talking about, oh yeah, they're on the eco, there should be an okay round for them. Oh, but look at this shot.
Oh,
honestly,
so
I was
satisfying.
I was talking when that was happening. I wasn't expecting the kill to come through. I'm gonna put my hands up here. I was just expecting to maybe be a tag, maybe like a dink through the wall or something like that. But that was such a pristine, clean shot. And look at the economy from the side of Cherry Bombs. They're back on more upgraded pistols, and this apartment set of Olio is just farming them away with that M4 nurse.
Yeah, it's looking nice and clean, as you would like to see it, of course, on an anti-eco. So now that there's a good sign of life, there will be another buy coming up next again for Cherry Bombs. And this is once again a very big test. Cherry Bombs could still walk away with 9, maybe even double digits here in half one. But it is all going to be depending on these next couple of rounds. If you're Team Karma, still have a shot to make it close.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if we're talking about a 9-6 or 8-7, it'll definitely be sort of, I wouldn't say an acceptable half per se from the side of Team Karma of what they were expecting possibly coming into it. But given the start, the scoreline that we were on, I think they would be happy to have brought it back. Like you said, given more sign of life towards the end, and it's exactly what they're doing. Nice apartment push. there with that stack towards the bottom of the stairs. EMUHLEET has sort of been read into now, and it's nice that they actually are being proactive and changing the setup that they're taking towards apartments multiple times in a row to get her caught out, which is something like you said before. The default of Cherry Bombs is looking a little bit stale and stagnant at the moment.
I do like that instead of committing to B, even if they do lose that player, we've seen it a couple of times, they do want to give A another look in. Perhaps that is sort of the more unexpected scenario for Team Karma. Do see 2 people, or actually 3 people, looking over towards B side. Do have 1 in CT who could quite easily rotate over. But on paper, perhaps it is going to work, and then it's Auti's job then to perhaps make a bit of noise, perhaps catch a rotation now. That A push looking to come about. There's a bit of fire to try and cause a bit of a delay. But thus far, they just want to get on. Oh no! Sticking out of the smoke!
That's it, the bomb's down and, well, in the open. Ellie's going to have that cross onto site as well. Getting the first, going for the second. Ollie's going to pick up the first. A lot of chip damage done onto Swan, but Auti's now rejoined with her teammate, but it's still a 2 versus 5. 10 seconds left on the clock, and Ellie is just farming them away from that pit position. Swan gets the trade, but Bungee is there for final kill of the round, an 8-4. It's looking like Team Karma has a little bit of life left in them from the first, well, half of this CT side.
Yeah, once again, when they do stack up in apartments and they catch EMUHLEET here, that's, well, it's already 1 step here into the round, and now you just need to finish it off. And honestly, the rest of the players did a good job of trying to hold on to their util. They are not that aggressive here for Team Karma. So, yeah, they had enough to try and put their push to a halt. And it worked out really, really nicely. So back to pistols it will have to be for Cherry Bombs. This time, perhaps onto B. And there's only 2 players there, so who knows what is possible.
Yeah, this is such an advanced position from EMUHLEET. We haven't seen it go this far per se. But maybe the pistols are giving a little bit more confidence, trying to catch these rotations off, but just get put down. And Bungie's going to be getting 2 for herself when they're coming into sight. Rain picks up onto Shelby. It's all down to Auti.
At this point, you just hope to get a bit of damage done. It's not really going to be hurting the economy of Team Karma much, but maybe a rifle here or there if someone does decide to push you. That could be nice. Well, well, I guess that's nice free damage to get, but also an accident. And still nothing for her to grab. No one from behind either. Everyone just guarding that bomb with their lives.
Yeah, there's nothing they want to give away. Even though the economy is starting to look a lot stronger now. Cherry Bombs going to be going into the buy round into the next with the loss bonus as well. But Auti does need to take anyone with her. But she does need to go down in this round before the round is over. So there you go. The swing comes out and Rain gets that kill. So getting a little bit of extra money and making sure he secures that loss bonus going into the next round.
Two more rounds here to go in half one. Cherry Bombs, they do have a shot. But if this one's not quite going the way, the economy once again is not going to be looking too great. And this is sort of their moment to try and put a stop to perhaps this building momentum on a Team Karma side to try and stick with the lead. Make it yourself comfortable to try and win out your own map pick. And I love this. This is a completely different setup like we have seen at all. It's just a completely pushed out on middle, but peeking before the smoke lands. Not quite ideal. And EMUHLEET, who is classic style in apartments, gets caught off guard by EMUHLEET.
Yeah, and that's sort of for a halt in your plans. Like, it was a nice change of pace, but, well, unfortunately, peeking before that smoke is completely put out. And, yeah, it's just going to have to be a save. They have, like you said, coming into the start of this round, they have not got that economy built up. This is an important round for them to win. And, well, within the first 30 seconds, they've had 3 players taken off the board, 2 from Long, and then, well, like you said, Giraffel's ever so constant position in the apartment. EMUHLEET posted up with that on the board. And it's a 6th on the board for Team Karma.
The fact that it win this one out clean is just a bit of a message for Cherry Bombs that they are still in this and they are fighting. And they are perhaps not as easy to take down as some might have thought in the beginning. And this is a very good sign of life. Could still be 9-6, which is definitely not a very easy scoreline for Inferno. And we do also see in nowadays CS landscape that a lot of maps tend to be a lot more T-sided than what men might think. But little on down into action. Shelby will shut it down. That AK not going anywhere.
They get 1 for the pick, taking Rain off of the board there, but it's not really going to do much. Look at the amount of money. Well, she's boasting almost 14k. There's enough to buy into this last round of the half. But at least they keep that AWP and AK available for Swan and Shelby. He's going to be matched up with Galils, though.
I mean, it's better than nothing, of course. Better than just pistols. And they also have still a nice stack of util, but I do wonder what the approach is going to be. If it's going to be the classic 4-1 setup. Maybe not quite looking like it. Looking to perhaps put a bit more pressure up on the apartment side of things. A deep Molotov here into apps, and now the boost coming out as a counter. We have seen this, though, so technically they should be ready. Not quite, though. Giraffe once again the first one to go down. And EMUHLEET set up with the AWP to, first of all, yeah, just pick them up one by one. And it's an almost complete replica of the last round. And Cherry Bombs just sort of walk in the same trap again.
I do like the fact that Giraffe took Chels with her this time. It's something that when you were seeing that 4-1 default, it was getting read into by Team Karma, obviously. But taking Chels had a little bit more fight behind it. But like I said, EMUHLEET and Ellie have just countered it completely. But Rain up on that boost gets 2, and it's all down to Swan on this AWP. 1v5. Make it a 9-6 half, which is looking a little bit unlikely. And yeah, Bungie's going to secure that 7th round for them. 8-7 is definitely a good comeback for the side of Team Karma. Well, we'll see you in the next half.
boy, we've got a bit of a comeback on our hands here, perhaps. Cherry Bombs, who look to ace, perhaps, this first map of Inferno. And now Team Karma is trying to prevent that from happening, trying to steal it all away. Managed to crawl back here to 7 rounds. Well, I believe it was an 8-2 scoreline. And honestly, who would have thought now they have a shot of making it a tied-up scoreline here in the pistol.
Yeah, I'm worried about the momentum. This is the place for Cherry Bombs to take it back in their strides. The first kill comes out for Chels, and a lot of information gathered from, I believe it was Shelby jumping over towards that app's position. Seeing 3 coming up that second mid, but Swan's going to be the one to put pressure on now.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a kill, but absolutely not the case. Olia does stay alive on 7 HP. Now, it is still a 4-on-4. The bomb's still yet to be planted. There we go. The CTs are creeping closer. There's a kid on board for Cherry Bombs. Definitely not an impossible scenario to take home. But time, of course, will always be of the essence. You need to be clearing out still quite a couple of corners.
Well, EMUHLEET's going to be holding on to her corner, and Rain and Olia is going to be cleaning up the rest of Cherry Bomb, and that's it. That's the momentum swing confirmed. It was an 8-2, like you said, changed to an 8-7 half. Obviously, Karma leading towards the end, towards the tail end of that half, having a few rounds combined, and this was the kind of the chance for Cherry Bombs to sort of stop them again, take back the pistol, but Karma are just going to be feeding off that momentum, and Cherry Bomb's definitely going to be on the back foot now.
When that T side is starting to roll, it's sometimes very difficult to try and stop it. And I do feel that Team Karma, even though they were perhaps a little bit passive in the beginning, regarding banana control, I feel like slowly towards the end, they felt that something was clicking, the pushes down in the apartments. This is interesting, though. They just go completely unnoticed. Oya has so much free real estate, and it goes completely unnoticed, unpunished. Well, yeah, that's going to be a very, sad round for this one.
I feel like it's 2 rounds in a row now, and she's going to be the sole defender of the force of Team Karma on this push. But USP in hand doesn't mean she cannot do anything. She's going to be hard cleared though. Ellie connecting those headshots. Well, Olia's just staying in that CT position, farming up some kills with the help of EMUHLEET.
Not just kills, but also additional cash with the Met 10 as well, which is ultimately the purpose of that investment. Sure, we'll be killed, but at the end of the day, this is still a very nice round to be taken. I'm sort of avoiding the CT stack after all. And there we go. Bit of deathmatch action going on for bungee, but yeah, this is exactly what you'd like to see. And now Team Karma are here in the lead, and if I'm correct, I think this is the very first time here in this map that they are. Of course, Cherry Bomb started off on a roll, and now there's suddenly an answer. So I do wonder, what kind of answer would Cherry Bombs give them instead?
Yeah, it's definitely an answer that needs to be, well, formulated as soon as possible. Karma now taking the lead. Yeah, pretty good buy coming into this with those Galils, an upgraded AK for Olia, and, well, full belts of utility. Sick nade going towards Banana. They're taking a lot of damage off Auti and Shelby.
Do a good job stalling here, though. Team Karma lacking banana control, and well, I guess into A it will have to be, and there is so much use on the back of them, and not that much in the hands of Cherry Bombs to try and counter. Just waiting it out, being patient. Do go for an additional peek here into banana, but once again, not much there. Of course, that smoke is also denying their own vision, but they do prevent it from sort of getting out of control, and therefore have an additional woman into Speedway, so that a quick rotation can be into 4-factor, or if not, if they want to even wrap around on long in towards B, then also could be an option. But now with 2 kills on short, I know exactly where they want to head.
Swan and Shelby just pushing out. getting rewarded for their bravery coming out of those smokes. Swan is so incredibly low. 3v3 post plant. There is a kit available, but it is on Auti, and EMUHLEET's position up in this apartment could prove so dangerous. Ellie in pit as well, something that we've seen here on this CT side. Prove so catastrophic for when Cherry Bombs were pushing, but it's EMUHLEET that's going to be getting the kill onto short, backed up by Ellie, and Swan just cleared out from pushing that long positioning.
And this is where things start to get extremely scary. Cherry Bomb's not quite picking up the round here. And yes, when it was not really on their side, we still had SMGs and FAMASs and everything. Not quite the most ideal rifles in your hands. Also lack of util. But right now, Team Karma is on a roll. They have AKs and pretty much everything they desire, perhaps with the exception of an orb. But they don't necessarily have to at this point. It will be, once again, pistols they are going up against. It's going to be a stack here, though. So maybe we can see these pistols do something. Try and deal damage, get a weapon away. If not, you know, try and see if you can win the round. But
yeah,
will it be easy?
Like
absolutely not.
It's sort of like a conga line of pistols over towards this banana position, and Ellie's going to be, well, facing the brunt of it. Gets two with the flash, and Rain comes back to clear up Charles. A little bit of a team ding. Not enough to be too scary. It's all down to Shelby now. They know exactly where she is, and, well, this bomb's just going to be hightailing it over towards A. Could be an AK picked up for Shelby, though, if they push down to banana. They're going to have to make it through bungee if they want to push this smoke.
Two people who are holding it. Oh, and even though, yes, there was a bit of a tag, it was nice and clean coming out of bungee. And, well, that is now 4 in a row for Team Karma. And it's looking, once again, a bit scary, sort of, you know, adding 50% of rounds on... Well, actually, wait, hold on. Let me just quickly open HLTV up, because I do wonder, is this now like 9 rounds in a row, if I'm correct? I believe the score was 8-2. I'm just double checking.
Yeah, I think it was 8-2, yeah.
No, in fact, it was 8-1, and then they started winning rounds in a row. Actually insane.
I feel like they kind of woke up, and that's not to say that they weren't present in the first few rounds, but Cherry Bomb's defaults were working, the responses were right, but towards the end, Team Karma had the, well, superior reads, but it's this time Cherry Bomb that's going to be putting the right foot forward so far. Getting a kill onto Bungee and Ellie over towards bracket, but Olya is trying to take Charles down, take revenge for her fallen teammates. He does half damage.
Oh,
what an entry. Right.
This is exactly what you want to see. The heart clears around the corner, the confidence coming out of Rain. And this is really where that experience shines on through. Rain on 23 frags, by the way, almost 3k. Well, close, but almost 3 KD. Actually insane. And now, this is, once again, quite a tough retake. Auti does find Auya over towards pit. Will activate EMUHLEET to try and see if she could get a bit of a look in. Now she knows one player over towards short. And they know that AWP is towards long. So this is a bit of an awkward situation. Who will be peeking first? And yes, even though there was a flashbang, it needed to be Auti to make the first frag happen. And sadly, that's not quite the case. Cherry Bombs once again will have to try and go and save.
Yeah, I love EMUHLEET swinging before that flash eventually pops, gets that kill, and, well, it forces Swan to retreat to save that AWP. Especially on this CT side, the economy is important to keep in check. They are going to have enough to buy up. Else might be on sort of SMG if they do decide. Yeah, we're an entry from Rain, though. Honestly, that, like you said, the hard clear, and especially when she was on, I think it was 30 points of health, getting that second kill just proves like she's having an insane game, right? And I don't think we've really hyped it up enough. The fact that she's 23-8, like she's playing out of this world, and definitely one of the main reasons Karma's sort of brought this back into, well, not only a competitive game, but, well, a game that they're looking to be trying to close out.
And even though Rain is on 23 frags, it's not necessarily like it's just the Rain show. Everyone is going positive currently on Team Karma, and it's really a team effort. We see great support of util, a lot of counter util in regards to CT's trying to retake, and it's really looking nice. Now, once again, bit of banana-ish aggression. They throw it in the incendiary here for cherry bombs, but further than that, not much there, and that is maybe an opportunity for them to try and see if they can make a look in. Now, the AWP, on the flip side, really the only scary weapon that cherry bombs currently have, was looking to peek into tier ramp, but they are very much aware that that could be the case.
Yeah, they need to make sure they, well, locate Swan, as like you said, is one of the main dangers of this round. And she's located and dealt with. Ali connecting a crisp headshot onto Swan, then nullifying the effects of the AWP for the time being. Charles is able to pick it up. So it's sort of like being recycled at the moment between the players over towards A. They would be able to see that the AWP is no longer there. And that there's another player towards this bomb site. Rain picking up 2.
Oh, heading Shelby's way. Oh, that is rough. Shelby blames herself, still gets a kill. But yeah, unfortunately the trade will be there. Punishment all the way. And now Chels, who does have an AWP, might be met with a very nasty AK in the hands of Oyo, who was already on the way to try and deny that weapon. So yeah, this is now pretty much everything you want. EMUHLEET with an AWP in her hands. And there's money for days. Whereas for cherry bombs, the stakes are getting higher and higher. You're still on 8. Still the same score you were on when we switched into halftime. And, you know, to think that it was an 8-1, and right now it's an 8-13, it's not looking too great.
Yeah, you're talking about switching at halftime. Well, we saw it 10 rounds in. We saw it when it was 8-2. It's just been utter domination from Team Karma since that 11th round. Seeing that banana control coming out again from Team Karma, this time going a little bit deeper than we saw before. Double app setup from Cherry Bomb. They are going to be pushing. Olio's going to be waiting with open arms for these kills. Is not able to connect. Bungee now aware of the 3 players towards A, which is going to sort of accelerate the plans towards B.
Being held. Swan does spot the first, and as soon as a team flash comes on through, that's an opportunity. Oh, but on the flip side, EMUHLEET, one with the fire and one with the AWP. She picks up a double, and this one very much still possible. The rotate will come through. Because honestly, cherry bombs, they still have an advantage. They should go for this. They weren't even expecting this to happen, but now they have to. At least Bungee does fall, and EMUHLEET would have to ace.
She is posted up on banana position. That's given the first one, but no, the shots aren't going to connect. Chels with the swing then from Coffin coming through, and the defuse nice and leisurely for Cherry Bomb. And that's the first round that they've been finally able to string together since that first half, since, well, way into the beginning of this match. So it's nice to see. But they still have some fight left in them. I was worried about sort of motivations and mental game. And what a round to do it in.
Now Cherry Bombs needs to really break the momentum, find a couple of rounds in a row, build up some bank, and really try to get back into things. Because Team Karma here is just going to march straight onto 14, and it's a very, very rough one. At least the opening frag is there. This one does get blinded, needs to back off a little bit, does throw fire in the process, and with that, Team Karma is stalled for the time being. But the bomb already making its way to bracket. I think they don't want to back out of this.
Yeah, the Shelby's position here is going to be interesting to see what she can get from her. The smoke does drop down, but the nade comes in. Not much damage, only a tiny little bit of chip onto Rain, and they're aware of her position. EMUHLEET going for these kills, going for the swing, connects those shots. Shelby down for the count, and now it's going to be a crunch onto the remaining 2 players onto B, but the remaining 1. Ellie takes out Auti, and it's an AWP left on Chels.
She spots the U2 too. She should know that there's 2 right in front. Wow, and no scope is present. And that still makes it a 2-on-2. Both of the Cherry Bomb players, they're coming through from Banana. That's a good Molotov though. Try and stop them, at least for the time being. They can't force. They don't have a smoke. Just now, slowly creeping right upon that side. But where is Team Karma position? They honestly could be anywhere, and there is not that much time left. Oh, and that's the first, and Auti grabs the second. Confidence is on the board, and they bounce back as if it's nothing.
Honestly, in another world, what could have been 4 Cherry Bombs there after Swan, I'm sorry, after the no scope as well from Chels here, there was a way in which they would come back into the round. 2v2, case available, just no util to flush any position out that they could have been in. Like, you saw them checking towards every single position on site. There was no information and no utility to, well, get them to peek out of certain spots. So they were having to face check everything, and, well, the positioning and the repositioning of Team Karma there was great.
Technical timeout now being called. And yeah, this is really where the time starts to tick. They do go for a half buy here, not quite the force, which they technically would have had money for. Maybe I would have gotten that a bit of a look in. But I guess want to make this one happen with a bit more of minimal weaponry, and then hope it's going to be good enough, and then really try to bounce right back with the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, looks like they're wanting to see this 15th. Kells. All the way down mid and all the way down Banana as well. Karma expecting this sort of aggression. Look how far they've sat in spawn, but it's the lineup coming in from Bungee. And well, the stab in the back of Rain, watching for that Mexico push.
And that is that point. 15 in the bag. Only 1 round Cherry Bombs was able to pick up after, well, just a single one on the flip side of Team Karma. Now it's just been almost 14 in a row, which is absolutely crazy to think. Yeah, and the aggression that came through, and I love that this is the way to deal with a round like that. Perhaps expecting little to no economy, and therefore, well, they deal with it effortlessly. Now, once again, a bit of aggression coming through from Cherry Bombs this time. They want to make sure they keep a hold of Banana. Oh, do need to be careful, but at least Deep Smoke is there. Banana controls thus far is also theirs.
Yeah, it just starts as a round though for Cherry Bombs. There is still a way to get back into it. In a world, there's a way. It's 1 round after another, but this is where it has to start. This is where the string of rounds they need to put together, and it could start from Swan getting a pick in Banana.
Ooh, go 1 for 1 there. On the flip side now, Swan being tested, and honestly in a tricky spot. That smoke towards Car is making it very difficult for her to peek. Needs to go perhaps a bit more forward. And it could pay off if she is patient. Brain is still sitting there, but she's more so perhaps on a bit of lurk duty. Just being by herself, hoping for someone to push. Not quite the case. Cherry Bombs, they back off.
Going towards this A bomb site. Only 2 CTs over here at the moment, but it's going to be Graveyard, a hard position to clear out. Shelby does get that pick onto Ellie. Now the reinforcements are in. Tethered spray, but it is a spray that connects the shots nonetheless. Olia down for the count, and now sort of Team Karma that's getting tested over towards this beam bomb site. Orb on the cross doesn't connect. They have to get this bomb down. Only 2 seconds left in the round. Outpost plant. A lot of chip damage done already onto Auti and Swan, so it's not out of the realms of possibility. They're going to have to make sure they connect their shots.
Time will tell. There's 2 kids. Oh, Shelby had one of them. And that one is very far away. Rain now knows that there's presence. EMUHLEET spotted the ones towards Banana. That's once again another ult kill for EMUHLEET. And maybe this is still very much possible. The time has started to tick. Giraffely not connecting. And Team Karma, they take that first map home.
Yeah, and what a way to do it as well in that 2v4 post-plant situation, both towards the backside, one towards Dark, one towards the left side backside, and well, the team play peeking off on each other, saving